guys, it's Daniela and welcome back to my channel. As you may know, there's been a lot of changes in my life personally. This has caused me to go on a break that took a couple months, and so I haven't been on in a while. But that's because I moved houses finally. We got out of our parents' house from the whole COVID crisis, and COVID is still on, of course, but we were able to find a secure home for us, one that's beautiful and we absolutely love. And this video is just a sort of rewind what's been happening the past couple months, what we've been doing during COVID, and just getting the house prepared for our move-in. The clips still have my brown hair because that's how I moved in, if you're wondering about that. So the whole moving situation went pretty smoothly. We can't complain. We got everything in about 2 days. We used the truck, and it was all a pretty quick process. We had a lot to do, a lot to move in, but luckily I was able to take some time off of work to do so. Although we were left with a big mess, we did move everything in within a couple days. Unpacking, on the other hand, was a bit different. We were living in a mess for like a month at least, trying to find the time to clean up and put everything away, organize. We also couldn't organize a lot of things because of our lack of furniture. Me and my mum actually took a trip to Fantastic Furniture and to Freedom to take a look at what they actually had in stock, and that's when we found on that day the coffee table and the TV unit. And then I had already sort of had an idea of the couch we wanted. I had been looking online and stuff, and then when we got in there we knew this was the one. So we ordered those in the shop, and this was before we had even moved in. So this was like a couple of days before we had moved in, just because we were able to come in, take some measurements, make sure it was all going to fit. It goes without saying that there were a lot of Kmart trips and a lot of shopping online. We also went on a lot of trips to the thrift store and things like that, only for like smaller things that we didn't really need to spend too much money on, because perhaps there were candles or just little knickknacks that we thought were cool and we couldn't really find in any traditional like shop like Kohl's or Kmart or something like that. To get all of our decor and things like little essentials and things like that that we didn't have before, just because we didn't have a proper house. We only had like the minimum to live. Also already had the bed from my first house that I moved into, because we bought that bed at that point. So that was the only like furniture we brought really, other than like TVs and stuff like that. Everything else was bought when we were moving into this house through all of our savings, what we had done while we were at our other house and also at my parents' house. A lot of my time was spent cleaning furniture and dishes and stuff like that for my kitchen, because it was all laying in my parents' garage while we were using their thing while we moved in there. A lot of our furniture didn't come pre-built, so we had to build it all ourselves. Of course, it took us into the early morning for a couple nights in a row, but eventually we got it in. Not to the satisfaction of our neighbors hearing us banging the furniture, but oh well. I will be coming out with a full house tour, just in depth, actually what it looks like now, because since this was filmed it actually has changed a bit, because we keep adding things every day. That's when you'll see a lot of the things that we bought at thrift stores, a lot of things perhaps that we DIY, and also the things that came later, such as our dining table and our couch that took a couple months to come, a couple months to put together as well, because we had some missing pieces on our IKEA table, unfortunately. In that video I'll also include prices, which would probably give you an overview of like how much you roughly need in a house such as my own, if you have a similar home and are looking for similar furniture, how much you would need to save up for, because we saved up quite a bit, Jared and I combined, to buy all this furniture beforehand. If we hadn't saved up in our old house when we were living on the bare minimum, if we hadn't saved up then, we wouldn't have the furniture we had now. So it's all about preparation when you're moving out. So I was really grateful that we were able to do that, and I had the help of my friends, my family, to help me move in and help me with everything else as well. But overall, that's the house. That's us moving in months and months ago. I think it was around maybe June. I think it might have been June, and it's November now. We just had Halloween the other day, so it's been a while. But hopefully in the next videos, when I have my house tour in depth, it'll look really organized and almost at the finishing ground. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned till next time to see the upcoming videos. I believe I'll be finally blonde in the next videos. They're more recent. But until then, leave a like, comment and subscribe down below if you enjoyed, and I'll see you later. Bye!